Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'm in a rather remote spot at the moment, but I'm not going to be on this part too long. Basically, I've been trying my best to remaster the RetroCon 2015 panel that myself and Agents of M.A.S.K did with Doug Stone, and I think I have the audio to a better point, so I'm going to release it as it is, and hopefully it's a little easier to understand some of the points. You know, as enjoyable as it was for us to do, I hope you're able to hear it and enjoy it as well. Yeah, so until next time, I probably won't be in my car.
You guys remember M.A.S.K and it's a pretty specific time for M.A.S.K. It's the 30th anniversary actually this month when it was released back in 1985, and we're very privileged today to have Mr. Matt-Trakker, Mr. Rick Sato, Dusty all the way from sunny California. Come out here. We appreciate it, brother. Nice to be here. Thank you. On the end, we've got Mr. Bill Ferris from Matt-Trakker.com. He was probably the first human being to put a M.A.S.K fan site out on the web back when it was what? Yahoo GeoCities or whatever. Super fan. You need to check out his site. He's got a or whatever. Super fan. You need to check out his site. He's got pretty much all the history about the show, interviews with all the voice actors and people behind the artwork and the game. It's really cool. And then you got us two clowns here. I'm Jason and Wyatt from Agents of M.A.S.K.com. We run a little fan site and we wrote a movie script. We've tried to bring the community together over the last I've been online, I guess, for about 4 or 5 years now. And we also do a M.A.S.K podcast, so if you want to go out on iTunes and Stitcher or whatever and look for M.A.S.K, we've been reviewing episodes. We've had Doug on one time to do an interview and talk about his experience with the show. It was really cool. And we've been keeping it going. A bit of information that hit the web back in June was that right now you go to Hasbro's site and you go to the newsroom section of the slideshow, and it's basically all of their branding and all that information, and they have listed in their new brands an old M.A.S.K logo, which got us excited. So there is something coming. We're not sure what it's going to be, if it's going to be a new toy line, if it's going to be a new show. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's possible too, to reboot the series. We're just kind of, you know, little kids waiting to get the candy at this point. Hopefully God is involved in that too. That would be neat. It's
have no idea. The rumors have not come, they haven't reached us in Los Angeles from any producers. The rumors I'm hearing are mainly coming from the fan bases and whatnot. Our only hope would be that too old, if it was an animated series, that they would at least guest us into the series. Would be kind of nice, just for the sentimental value of nothing else. But I think I can speak for the whole cast in saying that I think we'd all love to be back on board and doing the actual show again. It'd be fantastic. No, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's, I guess let's get Doug the floor and have him kind of roll with how he, I guess, got involved with the show if you want to, and maybe how you got into voice acting as well, and to a little bit of your career.
Well, voice acting initially, I'm from Canada, from Toronto, Canada, originally, not from Los Angeles. And up there I was doing on-camera work and a lot of stage work, primarily comedy stage work. And voiceover was how I supplemented my income. There was no animation really being done up there at that time in the early 80s. So I would do the occasional odds and ends. And in the meantime, I was playing, and I could do a lot of different accents and this other stuff, but there was really no place to put it, no place to put those particular talents. The M.A.S.K show came about, and they were casting for Canadian actors in LA. They couldn't find a Matt-Trakker in Los Angeles. My good fortune, they had cast everybody else. So they reached up to Canada, and I had just signed with an agent up there, a rather large agent based on some on-camera film that I had done. And they were one of the agents fortunate enough to get the audition material for the show. I auditioned for it thinking, well, this is a lark. They're going to be taping this in LA. I'm never going to get it. And I'll give it a try. Ended up getting Matt. I think initially I had Matt, Hondo, and Bruce, I believe. And they kept having me audition over and over again because they wanted to really be sure about Matt. They kept having me audition over and over again because they wanted to really be sure about Matt. Being the lead in the series, they were very understandably, since they couldn't meet me in person being in a different country, they kept sending material up and having me redo it and do them emotional, do them this way, do them that way, do them this way, until they felt, okay, he can grab the gamut of emotions necessary to play the character. So I was fortunate enough to get cast and got the good news, and I'd be flying to Los Angeles to do it, which was obviously very exciting. When I got to LA, they decided there was actually one other cast member originally who they let go. And they took his roles and asked us to audition for them. And then as they went on, of course, we're creating more roles. And I ended up with, I guess, 7, I think, 4 of the good guys and 3 of the veteran agents in the series. And it was just a wonderful blessing. And I was fortunate enough to audition in pats in the back from people in LA where they said, look, you should get an agent down here, you should stay down here and work, and you're good enough to work in the voice business in Los Angeles. And I've been very blessed that that's been the case in the last 30 years. I've continued to work in LA as a voice actor and got into directing and voice casting and writing and other aspects, even with producing in the business. And always happy to be brought back around again to the M.A.S.K. For me is a very sentimental thing because it was my beginnings in Los Angeles. It changed my life. I was a struggling actor in Canada, doing the little bits of work there was to be gotten, primarily stage, and then came to LA because of M.A.S.K, and it gave me a whole new life. So I have a very sentimental attachment to Matt-Trakker and the M.A.S.K characters because they changed my world.
I guess fast forward, what did you make this? Is there anything else that highlights in your repertoire?
This is why I printed my resumes before I came to try to remember. I've done a lot of work. I got into something called looping, which is providing voices for TV shows and films. Because if you can do different accents and different voices, you know, that can help you in these television shows. Because they have people from around the world who are doing different voices inside of them. So it helps very much if you can do that. So I've done about 1,000 of those. I was on ER, Chicago Hope, all these shows through the 90s where I supplied voices. I formed my own group of actors called the Loop Group. And I had the Hercules and Xena shows, which you may remember from the 90s. We were all the guys that Herc and Xena fought. we were every village that Herkensina entered. That was our voices. 5 or 6 of us would be everybody on those shows, all the monsters, etc., etc. I'm a little role with Lilo and Stitch, etc., etc. I'm a little role with Lilo and Stitch. Lego Friends, which is a current show. I'm the mayor of Lego.
He sounds a little like Danny DeVito, the mayor. And he's kind of a hustler. He's not really legitimate, if you know what I'm saying.
So that's happening. Swan Princess is, we're just about to record on Swan Princess 7. I'm speed recording it is very slow. It was originally voiced by Stephen Wright. I've done, there's a film coming out called Hatch, which will be out soon. I'm in a lot of anime like Hellsing, Kill the Kill, Blaze Blue. I'm looking at the current titles. There's a film out on Netflix right now called Thunder in the House of Magic, or sometimes just called The House of Magic. Very delightful family film, where I'm an elderly gentleman, one of the leads who, and I'm a retired magician. You can get this on Netflix. Beautiful film for children, I think. Where he's a retired magician in his house, talking robots and all these great things he's built, and etc., etc. So, if you find me on Wikipedia, it's under Doug Stone voice actor. I had to change it because I kept getting Doug Stone country music credits. They had me hosting the Country Music Awards, and I thought, this isn't good. So I changed my title to Doug Stone bracket voice actor. So I don't keep it up, but bless the fans, they do. So a lot of the credits are there on Wikipedia and IMDb and whatever else. But those are some of the current ones: Swan Princess, Urara, Lupin 3, Blaze Blue, JoJo's Blazing Adventures, Gundam. We just recorded Gundam Orange. I had directed some Gundam shows, but we're now re-recording that. For anybody who's a Tenchi fan, in the 90s I directed about 6 or 7 of the Tenchi series and whatever. So I've been a busy boy.
Under the House of Magic several times with my boys. Very fun film.
Thank you. Good. I love doing it. Because I'm very involved in animal welfare on a personal basis. I volunteer at animal shelters. So doing that film was great because part of the basis was this man immediately took in this sheltered this little animal who turns out to be the hero of the film, which is, I love the fact that the little cat is the hero.
So I guess that leads us right on to, you do a lot of work with animals, and rescue animals. Are there any issues, like, on a personal level, like, what's it like with Doug Stone when he's not behind the microphone?
Well, playing poker with George Clooney,
I can see that.
dating Jennifer Aniston, just a typical Hollywood
LA life.
party, LA life. Usually at the pool, tanning with the Kardashians. If the sun could make it past the Kardashians to reach me, Kardashians. If the sun could make it past the Kardashians to reach me. It's actually a quiet life, actually, that I lead on a personal level. I got involved in as I'm nearing retirement, and I'm already collecting my Screen Actors Guild pension. So I don't direct anymore, and I've really quieted down where I'm just doing the voice work, but not behind in the booth any longer. So several days a week I'm at the shelter. I'm now the volunteer coordinator at the shelter on a volunteer basis. So we do a lot of adoption events. So we rescue feral cats in the streets of LA where they've either grown up feral or been abandoned, unreservedly so. So and a lot of friends in dog rescue as well. So I spend a lot of time. That's probably 3 days a week at least. We're either at the shelter or doing shelter work at home or on the phone or doing adoption events. And I have lunch and telling stories and whatnot. A lot of these guys, some of whom are here today, I've known for those 30 years, or close to 30 years. Yeah, Michael and I sat together and grew up together. Michael Bell flew out with us as well, yeah. So, but at my age, it's a quiet life. It's not parties and a high life. But the voice acting world is very different than the entertainment world in Los Angeles. You don't read about voiceover actors being caught with cocaine in airports and partying on it. We're a little more family oriented. Back in the day, we used to have Bryce Patton, who was a little boy. his dad Bob was alive, we used to have picnics and baseball games and bowling nights and whatever, where the voiceover actors would just get together and do family things together, fun things together. So we're not a racing crowd. I like to think we're pretty earthbound folks.
Story that you told me about your first Glee party you had.
Oh yeah.
I thought it'd be interesting if you could share it, because I found it funny. I think initially it came about me asking how you guys did the recordings. Was it single? Was it together?
Yeah.
And then you told the story about how Brennan they did it separately, and then you told another story.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his dad's first name now. Alan Fick, yes. Yeah, Brendan recorded with us at first, and then school stuff came up. It is recorded, most original animation is recorded in a group, as opposed to individual. Like anime, you're usually on your own. And it's a lot more fun to do original animation because you get to have fun with the other actors. And usually they're pretty witty and fun people. The little guy only recorded with us initially. But the first screening that we saw of it, Alan Fick, who's Robin Fick's dad, quite successful, invited us over to their home to actually watch that. Quite successful, invited us over to their home to actually watch it on their TV set. And it might have been a broadcast even. It might have been the first broadcast date that we sat and watched the show. But yeah, Alan didn't actually watch it with us, unfortunately. He had a date that night with a very attractive Hollywood starlet, I guess. So that was a little disappointing because the kid was so proud, and Dad only came in for about a minute or two, watched the show, said, oh yeah, cool, great. And he was off with his blonde bimbo. Off they went to some party. So we were all sort of putting our arm around the little guy and telling him what a great job he did to try to be sort of parental for him.
I thought that was a great story. And you guys all come to his house, you and Sharon.
Sharon and yeah, Marty was Brendan, and I think Mark was there. I think everybody was there. Yeah.
Do you keep in touch with him still?
Yeah, I haven't seen Sharon and Brendan for a while. Sharon and Brendan and I became nice Thanksgiving dinners and whatnot. Sharon and I still go for lunch a couple times a year at our world meet and grab lunch. Brendan I don't see as often. Brendan went into law. He's actually, at his age, went back to become a lawyer. So he's working 24/7. I don't see him too often. Mark Howard and I actually roomed together for a while.
Okay.
Despite the fact that he played some evil guys in the show, Matt decided we room together. We had an apartment in L.A. and being two single guys at the time, we went, do we want to buy furniture? Nah, bed's enough. So our living room was a ping pong table. And we'd have I think we had a 500 game tournament over the course of the last recordings while we were living together, which Mark won, I think 500 to 400 to 80 or something like that. We were very competitive. But that was our living room furniture. So if we had girls over, we had to kind of apologize for it. It's a bachelor apartment, what can we tell you? There's no living room furniture. I haven't seen him in a while. He's still in LA. Graham moved to New York, and the family lives in New York now. Graham haven't seen since the late 80s. Okay, we've been in touch on Facebook once in a while, but haven't seen him in the 80s.
Well, since we got Doug here, and he did 8 voices, I think, on the show, why don't you, go into some of the characters? I know you did a little bit on the podcast about how they stand, how the delivery goes, because they're very different from Bruce Sato and Dusty Hayes and stuff.
It's kind of cold. And I don't have a goal and stuff, no excuses, well, one of the things I was telling the guys, the fellas, one of the tricks of voice acting, if you would call it a trick, aside from changing your voice to try to pitch it up a little bit higher to be excuses, well, one of the things I was telling the guys, the fellas, one of the tricks of voice acting, if you would call it a trick, aside from changing your voice to try to pitch it up a little bit higher to be dusty or whatever, is changing your body, changing your body stance. I'm obviously not a big guy, and I was doing Hondo and Matt, who are both large men. So what I would do is stand with my chest forward and try to open the chest cavity as much as I could, and just try to feel my own strength and muscles when I was voicing him. When I was doing Bruce, I would often have my hands in front of me, my shoulders forward slightly, and Bruce would make himself smaller, because Bruce does not wish to take up excess space. He would rather make a witticism than expect that. So I would, Dusty, of course, I'd be waving my hands around because Dusty was full of energy. So to get that energy going, go, I'm full of energy, but it helps to go, I'm full of energy. And it really does add to what comes out of your vocals. So it was actually quite exhausting doing cartoon sessions. If you're doing multi-characters, especially if you're talking to yourself, you may have a scene where you're three guys in a row talking to yourself, so you'll take a beat and change your physical stance. So then with Matt-Trakker, I'm going to Hondo. I can't even do Hondo anymore, it's too deep. But then to switch to Bruce from there. I forget exactly how some of the bad guys sounded, but I believe one of them did sound a little bit like Deputy Doggone Bad. M.A.S.K, yes. So you just change the physicality that would help you to change your voice as well. It was just something I learned down there that the late Tony Pope, I don't know if you know this voice actor, Tony was Goofy for many years and a lot of other animators. And I had one line, I was being directed by Cam Clark. Cam was also a Ninja Turtle. And I was having trouble with this one line, which was just, here's the papers, sir, something like that. And the booth kept saying, no, do it again, do it again. Now, what am I doing wrong? Simple thing. And Tony said, hand it to him. So I took some papers and to the mic and said, here you go, sir. And then the booth, perfect. It helps so much to physicalize it while you're doing it. So fight scenes, when we did Hercules Xena, fight scenes, my little bit of martial arts training, we'd be throwing punches as you fight for the microphone. You're throwing punches with your body at the same time so that you can get your entire body involved, get your diaphragm involved, get everything involved for the realism. And it really does help to effectively change the voices and make it sound as much as you can imitate what they're going to be doing on screen.
Clip, some of you might have seen it passed around on Facebook. It had a behind the scenes of Thundercats. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was kind of hilarious because you see the guy talking and you see the guy that played Mama. At the end of his line, I won't say it on here for the kids, but he just goes, and was it kind of like that with you guys? Did you like joke around right after you said your line and be like, oh, how'd it go?
None of the, on other shows, yes. I mean, I've been on shows where the gag reels are probably longer than the shows themselves. Particularly on dubbing projects, because if you see lip sync well, just before you do your line, if you're on time or you're ahead of time, it's like you're just dubbing your own line that fit the mouth movement perfectly and made up for a gag or whatever. On M.A.S.K, it was taken a little bit more seriously. We goof around, but not immediately after a line. You don't want the engineer. Your job, we goof around, but not immediately after a line. You don't want the engineer. Your job as a voice actor is to try to make the engineer's job as easy as possible. So you want as few clicks, as few flubs in the lines, and also you want to give them a beat or two after your line for them to cut out cleanly and then make them go. So that he doesn't have to then erase it. Remember back in the days when I was working on reels, right? And it was a little bit more manual labor for them to set the reels up, erase stuff, clean it up, etc. So the idea is actually to be completely silent after you've done your own. Give it a beat or two of silence, and then you can turn it down and say, well, I certainly told you to talk. You know, whatever he's going to do, but we try to keep it clean from the line.
Right? Is there any fan questions you'd like to ask Doug, Bill Ferry, or myself, or Jason?
Right. Oh, cool. Right. Very cool. Oh, I love that. We got another one. Oh, no. Yeah. Send that recording to Hasbro to get some. Too. Yeah.
I didn't know I could do that. We try, you know, to get more notice out there. We want to make sure, like, you know, Hasbro has put something out for M.A.S.K, but we still don't know what it is.
Right.
And we just want to make sure that the fans' voices are still heard. To me,
It is really nice that you asked me, like this show, Thunder in the House of Magic. A friend of mine just texted me. She says, my 5-year-old's watching your movie. She's enchanted. You know, I can't tear her away from the TV. It warms your heart. And the nice thing about M.A.S.K, about meeting everybody, is that it's so nice to think that you're a part of somebody's childhood. That you guys are younger than me. You guys were 7, 8, 9, 10 years old when you watched this show. I was 9, 10 years old watching Mel Blanc doing Bugs Bunny and whatever. That was an important part of my childhood. So it's kind of magical to know that something that you did creatively was a part of people's childhood and meaningful to them. It's really nice.
Okay, everyone wanted to be Matt-Trakker.
Yeah. Kids that told me they went home after school and they'd say, okay, get your friends over. We need the right agents for this mission.
We're going to play M.A.S.K.
Yeah.
Hey, the gentleman in the white shirt there, Mr. G.
To base the voice? Well, what they show us usually, like with dubbing, of course, we'll see the entire project because it's been done before. With original animation, they usually are showing you drawings and script portions. And they'll have a drawing of Matt-Trakker from the front, Matt from the side, Matt holding the weapon, Matt in his vehicle, just to give the actor an idea of, you know, okay, it's an action figure, obviously. This is an action guy. He's not a sedentary guy. You know, give you some vibe for what he's about. And then it's up to the actor to present to them what you imagine what he's about. And then it's up to the actor to present to them what you imagine he might sound like. And in the case of Matt, my imagination told me when I read about him, I said, okay, this guy's not only in charge, he's a single dad, he's a highly responsible man. I used to think of morality, moral. Matt is not only a strong guy, this is a very moral guy. So I want the voice to reflect a very inner strength, a guy who's not going to shout, a guy who's going to have a quiet authority. So that's what I presented as my version of what I thought he would be. Unfortunately, that matched enough where they liked it, so they just tweaked it a bit. So, okay, what if he was a little deeper? What if he was a little bit, make him a little bit more, you know, out there, a little push it harder. No, pull it back. Yeah, we like what you did. So they sort of experiment. But if the actor doesn't come in with something close to begin with, they probably aren't going to play with you and let you experiment. You have to come in with something that captures their imagination where they go, ooh, what do you have in mind? So you're just kind of basing it on the material, limited material they give you, and hoping that your imagination is going to match theirs, their concept.
I'm sorry, can you speak up?
So I can't apologize. It's so noisy up there. Well, I was asking if we do anything dietary or hydration-wise before the voice. You do have to be careful about what you eat. There's usually, on a good set, there'll be honey available, there'll be tea available, lots of things to you keep water nearby to hydrate constantly. You want to stay away from things like pizza and cheese, bananas, things that are going to cause lip smacking, etc., etc. Voice actors have all their things. We were having breakfast together, and Michael Bell was talking about a particular kind of honey. We all go, ooh, we got to remember that. This particular kind of honey that he said, oh, it medicinate for medicinal purposes, and it'll clear your throat out immediately. So voice actors are always exchanging those things. And the worst thing, of course, in the world is a throat cold or a sore throat. You're out of business until that heals up. But eating healthy is good for everybody, but obviously you want to stay away from anything that's going to coat your throat. You want lots of tea with honey in it. Especially if you're screaming and yelling in a Hercules Xena set, I can tell you. the actors I'd hire, I've shrunk. I'm now 5'6", used to be 5'7", old age. All the actors I'd hired to do that show with me were all 6 feet 2. Big, barrel-chested guys, and I'm in there with them, being just as brr as the rest of them. Burned my throat out doing that show. Mask wasn't too hard on the throat. Sometimes, Dusty occasionally would be screaming.
Your resume is vast, and repertoire is there an accent that you really love doing? And I also have to ask, what is Matt-Trakker your favorite character to do?
It's hard to have. I mean, Psycho Mantis was a biggie and was a lot of fun to do. That was tough on the voice, but I liked it a lot. I don't really have a favorite. It often ends up being one that you recently did that becomes your favorite. This Thunder in the House of Magic, I have a real affection for the elderly gentleman, the magician that I voiced in that. He was a New Englander, from New England, and a very benign, gentle old fellow. And I liked his good heart. He was a gentle old fellow, and I liked his good heart. He was a nice one. Yeah, the resume, thank you. I don't actually update the resume on online. That's fans plus their heart, so that doesn't actually have all the credits. They don't write down looping credits for TV shows and films, and I lost count at 900. So it's somewhere between 900 and 1,000 TV shows and films that also lent my voice to over the years. And that's where accents also come in handy. They might be looping, you're providing a voice for a film. The film might be about 1914 Wisconsin. So you have to then learn about Wisconsin in the 1914s, figure out what the accent was, who was the governor at the time, et cetera, and be authentic with all that. Accents, I like very much to do an East Indian. Because that got me into looking work was to doing East Indians. A gentleman who was an East Indian producer told the lady, she said, that's the only thing, anything authentic. I like him quite a bit. I think I would like him in my movie. So that was very helpful to get me started to do looping work. But my father is actually from Glasgow. I don't look it, but my dad's from Glasgow. So I do like the Scottish accent a great deal. It's very musical, I think. And I love to hear read children with a Scottish accent. It's great. They're so cute, you know. So we once did I don't know if you know the actor Nick Jameson, who's also a musician. We did Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. And he had me do, I did maybe 7 of the state's accents. He did all the rest. That man could do every accent in the world. He's incredible at it. I'm pretty good with accents, but he is pristine. But that was a fun challenge to see if we could differentiate every state and get the peculiarities of every state, which differ slightly, from place to place.
Any other Doug or anyone else?
I had a general question for the audience at least. What was your favorite vehicle or toy growing up? Just quickly go around.
I had 2 actually.
Later.
I think I have to go with Gator.
Peter?
You again with flyer stuff.
Raya.
All right. How about you guys? You got what? Okay.
How did you come up with the voice of Psycho?
How did you come up with the voice of Psycho Mantis?
I'm sorry?
How did you come up with the voice of Psycho Mantis?
The voice of Psycho Mantis. I haven't done them in a while. They have to remind me when I go back. They'll play the old ones because years go by and you've done 90 projects.
I do recall him whispering somewhere in Psycho Spring, somewhere in Psycho Mantis, somewhere in there is the best I can recall. He's somewhere, and I'm not sure. I don't think he's that good. But I seem to remember he had air in him as well.
Somewhere in there. Is that close? Yeah. That's as best I can remember. It's been a couple of years since they happened to bring Psycho back to my disappointment. So killed him off and they aren't resurrecting him. Sure. I don't have many of the toys. This button I'm wearing, I actually got in 1985. One of the producers gave this to me and said, "Don't tell the rest of the cast. We don't have many of these." It's an illusion is the ultimate weapon button. So I have very few M.A.S.K souvenirs. In LA, for some reason, it was really hard to get the toys and the comics. And the company, like as usual, the companies are very cheap. And they would stores like everybody else and dig around. Ooh, a Matt-Trakker. Go, ooh, cool, a Hondo. I've only got I think I've got a Dusty, a Hondo, and a Matt. Maybe one vehicle, a couple of comic books, maybe some bubblegum cards, and the button. And that's it. No vehicles, unfortunately.
I think between me and Bill, we can probably help you with that collection.
M.A.S.K toys after I went to the dentist. Fortunately for me, my TV tower was going up. Unfortunately for my parents, they had to pay for the dentist and get me a toy. So that's how I accumulated my collection when I was younger.
Cool. Yeah, I used to give us toys in the dentist too. Yeah.
I guess that's a common thing.
Yeah, it wasn't. I just got toy soldiers at that point. That was many years ago, before the invention of everything but toy soldiers. It was over there. That's what happens when you're very old.
All right, the first one, are you a sports fan? No, you and Bill talk quite a bit about
hockey. Well, I was born in Canada. It's against the law not to play hockey. So, then it shot me if I didn't have a hockey stick. Yeah, I was foolish enough to not only play defense, but to play goalie. I would go to ball hockey leagues and ice hockey. So I've got a couple of injuries, or I had a couple of injuries over the years. Yeah, and soccer. It's something a smaller guy can play. So I did play in the soccer league too. Because I didn't have the size, no basketball, no football. I'm horrible at baseball. You never hit it over the field. I was only ever good for occasional singles, so didn't play that. But a small guy who's I used to be fairly muscular. I used to make furniture when I was a kid and stuff. A smaller guy can play soccer and knock a bigger guy off the ball if you're low to the ground. Balance. So, but yeah, Bill and I will occasionally talk about hockey and the Kings, the Maple Leafs, and the Flyers.
What do you think the Flyers' chances are this year?
I'm sorry to tell you, I just did my season's predictions for my friends, and I'm afraid the Flyers and the Toronto Maple Leafs are both still sitting pretty low to the bottom.
Outside looking in?
Outside looking in, so yeah. And the Sabres creeping up. Not in the playoffs yet, though, but creeping up.
I can't believe that.
So look for Tampa Bay to maybe take it on this year, and
We'll argue about this later.
okay. Okay, yeah, I'm going to bore everybody. There's a few rule changes this year in the NHL that may benefit some of the teams. They won't be having shootouts in overtime.
How does it feel after 30 years? You've had some we've contact back and forth. Jason and I have. I'm sure fans have found you online.
Yeah.
Almost out of the blue, it seems that you kind of got drawn back into it. And how does it feel to be here like this today?
To be drawn back into M.A.S.K.
And have your fans,
It's surreal, honestly surreal. Some people were asking me when I was signing. When we did the show, I think the show started with either 13 episodes or something, 26 episodes. I forget what they brought us, but they brought me down from Canada. I thought I was going to be in LA for 3-4 months. It'd be fun. I hadn't been for many years, and I'll get a tan, go back and tell my friends, look, I got a tan from LA and I made a little money. Let's get back to our improv comedy theater again. Oh well, that was a fun adventure. The fact that the show was extended was amazing for us. It hit quick in these 65 episodes. Goodness, this is amazing. We were thinking, wow, what if this runs for a couple of years? We might get some residuals out of this. Wouldn't it be cool if it ran for 2 or 3 years? Wow, imagine. None of us, of course, imagined ever that 30 years later, we'd be talking to kids who grew up with it, that we'd be addressing fans, that they still have toys and still have an interest in the show after all this amount of time. Just never imagined it, not in our wildest dreams. So say it's very gratifying because when I'm doing cartoons, this all comes from an old J.D. Salinger. I don't know if J.D. Salinger wrote a book called Catcher in the Rye. And there was another story he wrote about a family that did a radio show. And in the radio show, this one kid would always dress up in a suit. for doing a radio show. And his brother said, "Why do you wear a suit? You're doing radio." He said, essentially, he said, "Because I want to honor the process. I want to honor the fact that I'm doing this show." When I do my voice work, I never go in an old sweaty t-shirt and torn jeans. I'm always dressed nicely. I always try to dress nicely. I'm always shaved. I want to honor the process. I want to honor what I'm doing. I'm doing this, and I want to think about the children that I'm entertaining when I'm doing this. I try to think about the fact that, especially when I'm doing certain types of cartoons, not the anime for more adults, but for little kids, I want to think about the kids who are watching this and what's their impression going to be. How are they going to feel? So when I did Matt-Trakker and M.A.S.K, that was part of it too. Was I knew Matt would be an example to little kids, and I wanted Matt to be someone I could be proud of, that they could look up to, etc. So to see people who
Barbara Piccolo, please report to the registration desk. Barbara Piccolo to the registration desk at the front of the top.
To see people who grew up with it, who were kids when it was being done, it's very gratifying. It's very sweet because to think, yeah, I had an influence on you guys when you were just little guys and you were open vessels to taking it in. And I hope that the love that I tried to give in the voice work that I do, I hope the love and respect that I put into it when I do it, because I have fun with it, but I take it seriously. I hope that got through in the performance, and I hope that got through to maybe part of the reason that you enjoyed the show is the reality and sincerity of the characters. So it's just very gratifying because, again, it's delightful work to do. I've done a lot of other things before. I've worked in factories. I have scars being a furniture maker. I've dug ditches. I've mopped fast food restaurants as a 20-year-old and done all that kind of work. So I'm blessed to be able to do this for a living. And that's maybe part of the reason I take it seriously is because I feel very fortunate to be able to do this. It's a wonderful way to make a living.
Thank you very much. Well, I think it's about time to wrap. Let's give Doug a hand for all you guys, just want to mention really quick, we're going to have some previews up here on our websites and actually from boulderhill.net. Just come on up after here and grab one. Real quick. Let me hear Matt-Trakker.
It's been long. It's going to sound like Matt's grandfather, you know. Matt's benevolent uncle. T-Bob, put that down before you hurt yourself. Boy, give me a line. Give me a script, quick. Gentlemen, I'm here to send you on your next mission. We will now select the best agents for this next mission. T-Bomb, you're staying at home for this one.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.